Hey everyone, Rachel and Stef from Yogabones, sports physiotherapist, functional movement therapist, and
yoga nerds, anatomy nerds, yoga teachers, a lot of years of experience, a lot
of brainiacs on basically how to do asana properly. I mean, beautiful dance and gymnastics background. Mine is running and treating people. And we've been practicing yoga for a very long time. And what we wanted to do is give you our 3 top tips on the 10 most commonly practiced yoga asana. So as you can appreciate, downward facing dog is certainly a very common pose that we do. So I'm going to go and demonstrate it right now, and the beautiful Stef is basically going to give you our 3 top tips, and then I'm going to come in and kind of narrow it down to the yoga hack of just 1 key tip for you to take away. Cool, thanks Stef.
All right, so Rachel's backing up and finding a nice downward facing dog here.
Go find the hair, kids.
Yeah, hair flick is amazing. There we go. So when you're setting up into your down dog, the first thing that you want to establish is your hands. Number 1, hand placements. We talked about this in the other videos, in my videos about hand placement. So if you take a quick peek at your hands, where are they? Crease of the wrist parallel to the short end, the front end of your mat. So second tip of downward facing dog is holding that baguette that we were just talking about in the other videos. So now you're thinking, how am I holding a baguette from downward facing dog? So it's that same action of wrapping, exactly Rachel, so same action of wrapping the arms in, trying to bring the triceps in as if you want to close it in towards the rib cage, but the rib cage is all the way up there. But it's still that same action. So play with that to see if you can feel it in your own body from a seated position to hold it in, and then see if you can reenact that same action when you're in your down dog. And the third tip, I know that's a lot, the third tip is your spine. Yes, exactly. This is not a downward dog spine. What we want to get is that nice, fine, long extension of your spine. We were talking about earlier, Rachel and I, about can you find a standing posture pose, like mountain pose or Tadasana, that same spine, you have to be able to find it in all poses. So if you round the spine again, Rachel, round it, extend the legs, exactly. So that is not your full extension spine. So to get to that, what we want to do exactly is bend the knees. Don't be shy to bend the knees, guys. Bend the knees. Allow the belly and the chest to reach down towards the legs, moving the hip point away from the wrist. So find that nice line. So bend the knees as much as you need. You can go lower or higher, but the spine needs to be really, really long. So all of that said, we want to your hand placement, number 1. You want your baguette arm, so wrapping it in, number 2. And number 3 is your spine. What is the hack here, Rachel? What's the hack in down dog?
Yeah, the key one, everyone, so you're in the yoga studio and it's all about, get the heels down to the ground, but everyone, if you try and get your heels down, basically most of us don't have enough length through that whole posterior fascial line, the whole fascia at the back of our body. So then we compensate through the upper back and we end up with a rounded back. And the key hack is the spine wins. My beautiful friend says the spine wins. So Tadasana spine, mountain pose spine, always spine neutral, spine long. So the hack in downward facing dog, you can't see yourself. You're like, yeah, cool man, like I'm totally doing my down dog properly, right?
Pelvis out of whack.
When the teacher's like, bend your knees and have your spine flat. So push your bum away from your hands. Yeah, so it's a flat back. It's like the flat back posture in the halfway lift. So we're not rounding. It's basically how straight, how long can I get my spine? That's the hack. Don't worry about getting the heels down. That comes later. Okay? The primary hack is just flat spine.
Flat spine. Long spine. That's it. Please remember that when you're playing with your down dog on your mats. Stay tuned very soon for video number 7.
Awesome. So,
We'll see you soon.
Bye.